The night everything fell apart. I was standing barefoot in my kitchen, holding a sealed black box that wasn't mine. When my phone lit up with a message from my billionaire neighbor, "If anyone asks, you've never seen me." That's when I realized, whatever was inside that package was about to ruin my life. My name is Sloan Mercer. And 3 months ago, I thought I had everything figured out. I lived in a glass-walled condo in Manhattan, the kind with skyline views that made you forget how hard you worked to afford it. Finance job. Clean life. Predictable routine. Across the hall, lived him. Orion Vale. Most people in the building didn't even know his name. But in certain circles, from Silicon Valley to Miami, from Seattle tech summits to quiet political dinners in Washington, D.C., everyone knew exactly who he was. Billionaire. Investor. Ghost. He split his time between San Francisco, Los Angeles, and a private estate somewhere outside Boston. Occasionally, I'd hear he was in Dallas closing deals, or in Miami hosting private yacht events. But when he was in New York, he kept to himself. We'd only spoken twice. Once in the elevator. Once in the lobby. Both times, he remembered my name. That should have been my first warning. It was a Thursday night. Cold. Quiet. Normal. I had just poured a glass of wine when there was a knock at my door. Not a casual knock. Deliberate. Measured. I opened it, and there he was. Orion Vale. No assistant. No security. No smile. Just him, holding a small, matte black package. "Sloan," he said, like we were old friends. "I need a favor." My stomach tightened. Before I could respond, he stepped slightly closer, lowering his voice. "I need you to hold on to this for me. Just for a few days." I blinked. "Why me?" His eyes didn't leave mine. "Because you're the only person here I trust." That didn't make sense. We barely knew each other. And yet, something about the way he said it, felt heavy. Important. Dangerous. I should have said no. Instead, I stepped aside. "Okay, just for a few days." He handed me the package. It was lighter than I expected. "No one can know you have it," he added. And then, he left. Just like that. No explanation. No instructions. Just a sealed box, and a feeling in my chest I couldn't shake. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept staring at the package sitting on my kitchen counter. It had no label. No markings. No return address. Nothing. By morning, Orion was gone. His penthouse, empty. No staff. No lights. No trace. That's when things started getting strange. First, it was the black SUV parked across the street. Engine running. Windows tinted. Always there. Then, my phone started glitching. Calls dropping. Messages disappearing. One night, I came home and my door was slightly open. Just an inch. I knew I locked it. I always locked it. Inside, everything looked untouched. Except, the package. It had been moved. I told myself I was being paranoid. That rich people had weird lives. Weird requests. But deep down, I knew something wasn't right. Then came the knock. Again. But this time, it wasn't Orion. 2 men. Suits. Cold eyes. "Ms. Mercer," one of them said. "Yes. We're conducting a private investigation. We believe your neighbor may have left something in your possession." My heart dropped. "I don't know what you're talking about." They exchanged a glance. Then the second man leaned in slightly. "If he contacted you, you need to tell us. For your own safety." Safety. That word lingered. I forced a smile. "I haven't seen him." They studied my face. Too closely. Then finally, they left. But I knew one thing for sure now. Whatever Orion gave me, people were looking for it. Days passed. No word from him. The SUV never left. The tension built. And then, I made the worst decision of my life. I opened the package. Inside wasn't money. Wasn't jewelry. It was a drive. And a handwritten note. 3 words, trust no one. My hands were shaking as I plugged it into my laptop. At first, nothing. Then, files. Hundreds of them. Encrypted documents. Private recordings. Transaction logs. Names started appearing. Powerful names. Tech CEOs in San Francisco. Entertainment moguls in Los Angeles. Political figures in Washington, D.C. Investment giants in New York and Boston. Even energy executives tied to deals in Dallas, and offshore accounts linked to luxury properties in Miami. It wasn't just money. It was leverage. Blackmail. Proof. Evidence that could destroy careers, governments, entire industries. And then I saw his name. Orion Vale. At the center of all of it. Not just a billionaire. A collector of secrets. That's when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I answered. Silence. Then his voice. Calm. Controlled. Sloan, you opened it. It wasn't a question. My chest tightened. I didn't know what else to do. A pause. Then, they're going to come for you now. My blood ran cold. Who is they? Another pause. The people who would do anything to make sure that drive disappears. I swallowed hard. What do I do? His answer came fast. Run. The line went dead. And right on cue. The lights in my apartment shut off. Darkness swallowed everything. Then, a sound. My front door handle, slowly turning. I froze. My heart pounding so loud I could barely hear anything else. They were here. I grabbed my laptop. The drive. My phone. No time to think. The door creaked open. A silhouette stepped inside. I didn't wait. I ran. Out the back hallway. Down the emergency stairs. Barefoot. Breathing hard. Every step echoing. I burst out onto the street, the SUV door swung open. I turned the other way. Running into the night. No plan. No destination. Just instinct. Hours later. I was on a train out of the city. No luggage. No backup plan. Just a drive that could destroy billionaires, and a target on my back. Days turned into weeks. I moved constantly. Boston. Washington, D.C. Seattle. Dallas. Miami. Los Angeles. San Francisco. Every city, more paranoia. Every shadow, a threat. Every stranger, a risk. I stopped trusting people. Stopped sleeping properly. Stopped being the person I used to be. Then one night, in a quiet hotel room in San Francisco, I made a decision. I couldn't keep running. This wasn't just about me anymore. People needed to see what was on that drive. So I sent it. Encrypted. Anonymous. To journalists. To agencies. To people who could blow it wide open. Then. I waited. The fallout was immediate. Investigations launched. Names exposed. Careers destroyed. Empires shaken. The world I thought I understood, wasn't real. It was built on secrets. And I had just pulled the thread. As for Orion Vale. He disappeared. No trace. No confirmation. Nothing. Sometimes I wonder if he planned it all. If I was just a piece on his board. Or if, in some strange way, he trusted me to finish what he started. I don't live in Manhattan anymore. No glass walls. No skyline views. Just quiet. Simple. Safe, for now. But every once in a while, I still think about that night. That knock on the door. That one decision. Because the truth is, it wasn't the package that ruined my life. It was saying yes, to something I didn't understand. And sometimes, the most dangerous thing you can do is accept a favor from someone who has everything to lose.